Okay guys, welcome to the second part of this instructional video on the app called Disc DJ 3D, and I'm going to show you in depth how to make a playlist and how to use your playlist and how to set it up so that you can readily use the tracks, and I'll explain in greater depth on how to use it. Okay, let's start up this DJ. As you can see, both decks are empty at the moment. Now, I'm going to go into settings and show you. Now, as you see in settings, if you look towards the bottom of the screen, you have click action, now playing, and the options. I've got it set to load on deck. In other words, that means when you touch the file, anywhere on the file, apart from the very end of it, it will load it straight on the decks that you pick. Okay. Now, as I said before, I must explain that it will only load the track on the deck that's in the now playing list. So in other words, if you've got the now playing list 2, in other words on deck 2, it will only load a track on deck 2. It will not load it onto deck 1. Okay, so each list is for each deck. Don't get confused and think that you can tap on a track and it will load onto deck 1, because that's not the way it works. Okay, you can swap it over, but again I will show you how to do that. Now, as I say, I've got it set up at the moment to load on deck. Now, if you tap that option, it gives you the options. Play it immediately, in other words, play the file immediately, load it onto deck, or show options. So I've got it set to load on deck. Okay. Then below that, you've got click action browser. Now, browser is the one what I would call where all the tabs are at the top, which we'll be going to shortly. Now, when you're trying to set up a playlist and you're at home or whatever, or before the gig starts, you want to be able to quickly go through your tracks so that you know what ones you want to load into your playlist or onto your now playing list. Okay, so you want it quickly, you want it to be able to skip through them quickly. You don't have to keep going to the options. So in other words, you don't want it to show options, or you don't want it necessarily to add to the queue. Alright, you want it to play instantly. Okay, you also don't want it to load onto the deck, or not yet anyway. Okay, so while you're trying to set up your playlist, it's a different set of options. Okay, so I set it to play instantly. Alright, okay, so we come out of there, move that back. Okay, right, now if we go into the browser, and as you know, you've got all your tabs across the top: albums, artists, folders, composers, genres, playlists, songs, search, etc. Okay, as I said, I always tend to work off folders. So we'll click into folders, okay, and we'll move along, and we'll find, now I've actually made a list now called non-copyright music, so it's just easier to find the music, so we're not mucking about. Alright, so we've got to get into the ends right now. I'm not sure where it is because I just made it, so right, non-copyright music, free music. Okay, so if we tap on that album, we've now got a full list of 32 tracks. They're all non-copyright, so I can play them without worrying. Alright, so I can now click on them and they will play.
I'm on my own, broke.
Okay, we'll go back to the beginning of the list using the right bar. Okay, right. Okay, so you're setting up for a gig in the evening, alright? And you want to make a playlist for the evening. Just say it's going to be a start-up list, alright? So this is for when people are first coming in and you want Auto DJ to run and just mix the tracks willy-nilly while you're relaxing and getting yourself in the mood to do your disco for the evening. And if you are just relaxing, alright? So, okay. So you pick the track you want. So you can tap on the track as I showed you. Okay, like that. Right. You then go to the very end of the track, the furthest right, on the little white dots. Okay. Tap on there. Add to playlist. Okay. So click on there. New playlist. Alright. Now it'll ask you to title your playlist, so we'll call it Tonight's Startup List. Alright. Tonight's Startup List. You can see I've moved this. I've used this before, as you can see. Click OK. Now that first track has now gone into that list. Okay. So to get rid of that sub-menu there, you just tap on there. It'll go. We'll say we want to pick track 4. Okay, there we go.
I guess you're back. Are you gonna tell me where you went? All the messages I sent with no reply.
Playlist.
It's like that.
Tonight's startup list.
You're just gonna walk into my room. I hate how you assume.
Track 6.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. We're searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. I've been okay, okay, yeah. I've been okay, I've been.
Okay, right, we've got a few there. Okay, so just tap on there anywhere, they'll go away. Right, let's go and have a look at our list. Alright, so go to playlist tab at the top, tap on it, and tonight's startup list. You can see there, bottom left hand corner, tap on it, and there's your list. Okay. Right, the bar won't move down because we've got 8 tracks I've picked in there. Alright. Okay. Now you've got 2 options. You can play all, shuffle all. In fact, you've got more than 2 options. You've got play all and add to queue, play all, shuffle all. Right, now what you can do is pick one out of there and then go to the list of tonight's startup list. Got a little orange circle. I'll just turn it on a bit so you can hear me a bit clearer. And then tap on that. Right, you can now either add it to deck 2 or deck 1. At this point it doesn't matter, alright? So you can add it to deck 1 or deck 2, or add it to both decks and it'll split them evenly, alright? So if we track on there, add to queue, and then come back out of there. Right, we already had one track in there because it was using one list to play, of course. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll remove we can remove that one. Now at this point you can remove any of the records you want to, alright? Or you can move one of the tracks across, or you can even change on what order they're playing. So if you look at the very top, you have deck 2, so it's a picture of a record deck with an arm on it. You've got the save tab, you've got the A to Z order, which you can change the order. You've got the star or favourites, and then you've got this one fully, if you're working on the second deck, you've got these 3 little lines with like a little arrow top and bottom. Okay, if you click on there, it now selects all the tracks. You can now grab a track and move it from one deck to the other to the playlist or its waitlist. Alright, so if you put your finger on it and grab it, it now highlights it with the orange line around it. You can now drag it across. That is now in the other list. Okay? And you can alter them around as well. So for instance, supposing you wanted that track on the deck 1 to move up the list, you can do the same thing. So what you do is you pick all the tracks, wait for it to change, and then you can move it up the list. Like that. As easy as that. And you can do that on both decks. Okay? Now we want to unselect these. Okay? So switch that off. Switch that off. Okay? Now if we tap back again, that then clears that. Alright? Okay. Right, now these tracks are now ready to play on Auto DJ. Now depending on how you set up Auto DJ, it will depend on whether it plays them one after the other or whether it mixes them from one to the other, which I'm going to show you right now. Okay, right. Okay, you have in the middle of the control panel, between the 2 decks, if you go to the very bottom, you have a control which has auto fade with a cross on it, which is showing that the auto fade is actually currently turned off. Okay, now with that turned off, just above the turntable on each of the decks, I did explain this before, there are 2 little icons like a ring of arrows, or arrow going one way to the right and one going to the left, but it's like a continuous ring. If you tap on that once, you'll see there's the arrow ring there, but it's got a 1 in the middle. Now what it means is it will play a record and it will load the next track after it on the same deck, but it'll only do that once. So it'll play the first record that you're playing, the first one you press play on, and it will load the next record straight after it, and it'll start playing that as well. But after that it will stop. Okay? If you tap it again, it will continuously load records in order. So it will do it from the top of the list down in order. If you tap the icon next to it, where it's got them crossing over, 2 arrows, it will play them in any order that the computer thinks fit. In other words, it will play them at a random order. So if you want them to play in the correct order, make sure that that is unchecked. Okay? Alright? Okay. So remember, deck 2 is playing off deck 2 list. It will not play any of the records from deck 1 list. They've both got their own list. That's really important for you to understand. Okay. If I play this track now, what I'll do is I'll bring it forward towards the end. It will then load the next track. Now, because of these copyright-free music, they do have long tail outs, or what I call tail outs. So there will be a long time between the next record loading until that file is finished, because it still classes that as part of the file. Now, obviously, if it was a normal record, you wouldn't have that long tail on it. Okay, it would end much quicker. But because we're using copyright-free music, we don't have that option. So I'm now going to play this track, alright? Oh, okay, right, yeah. That's one thing I must tell you about. Because that track has been played, and it's on the deck already, and it played to the end, it will not play again, okay? Until you reload it, alright? So using the little arrow keys, as you see just above the Q button, will load the next track, okay? And as you can see there, Bad Love, vocal edit, okay? Now allow us to play that, alright? Tap that, away we go.
I guess you're back. Are you gonna tell me where you went? All the messages I sent with no reply. It's like that. You're just gonna walk into I'll tell you pleasure and pain. Serious to my ways. 'Cause you are the only one.
Right, now it will make sure it comes to the end of the file. It'll load the next track and starts playing it immediately. I'll do the same again.
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down. All around this empty town, we're searching for the lost and found. No, oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I give you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
There you go. Alright. So that does the same thing on both decks. Okay? Whether you do it on deck 2 or deck 1. I'll stop that for a moment. Right, now at the moment auto DJ or auto fade is not on, okay? So all the time that's not on, these decks will work independently of each other, okay? So as I say, you can have it playing on either deck and it will just play it one track after the other from the top down to the bottom, alright? Okay. As I say, if you press the next tab, it will play them in like computer mode. It will just play them at random, okay? So you must make sure that that is switched off if you want them to play in order. And again, don't forget, if they're both off and you go to, even in auto DJ mode, you must have these switched on, but on both decks, alright? So remember, press it once, it will play the first record that you put on the deck. It will then play the next record that you put on the deck, but after that it will just stop. That works for both decks, okay? Now if we're going to do auto DJ, full automatic DJing, you tap it again so the little one disappears, and on the other side, on deck 1 now, we're looking over to deck 1, we check that one and we tap it again. So now both decks will play from their lists in order that you put them in. Okay? Right. So I'm now going to switch on auto fade or auto DJ. Okay? So now you've got the tick, it means auto fade is now activated. Okay? Now because there is no track load on the deck, you need to start off with a track. Alright? So we use the arrow buttons to the left above the Q button. We tap 1 and we've loaded our first track. Okay? So now we can now play from deck 1 to deck 2 or vice versa. It doesn't matter which. It will work it out. But if you're trying to play deck 1 with the slider over on the right hand side on deck 2, it will flash up a red arrow saying that you haven't mixed it. So there'll be no sound. Alright? So you can mix it across, okay? Now it doesn't matter, even if you have it in the middle, it will still play the track, okay? You won't get any arrows, it will just play the track, alright? But it will automatically mix to the other track, it will carry on mixing, alright? So if we bring it over now, okay, and we start playing, and what I'll do is I'll shift it through the file so we don't wait there for the next, 2 minutes 20 seconds, okay? Okay, so it's now playing. I'll move it through the track. And it's loaded the next track on deck 1. Now it takes a while for the actual wave file or the image of the wave file to come up on the screen. It reads the file silently in the background and then it will bring it up, okay? So don't panic if you see just a blank line, because it will bring it up. Alright, now the reason why this is so long is because I've just loaded a track which is 27 minutes long. So yes, it will load it, but it will be a long time. Even though it will still play it, it will be ages before it loads that, so that's my mistake. I've loaded a track that's 27 minutes and 27 seconds long, so yeah, so that's why that line is going to stay there for a hell of a long time. But this is purely for demonstration. So we carry on with the demonstration. There you go. Didn't take that long. 27 minutes and it loaded it fairly quickly. That's very good. Also gives the beats per minute 160. And the one that's playing is showing 105 beats per minute. Right, we'll bring that up again. Right, we'll move that through the track. Now because it's got a long tail out, as you can see, it will take a while before it mixes to the next deck, because it works on the seconds that are left. There you go. And again it's loaded the next track on deck 2. Now remember, you won't get this delay on normal records. You're only getting this delay because they've got long tails on the end of them. Alright, so don't think, oh, it's not mixing properly. It is. It is mixing properly. It's just that the wave files have got a long tail on the end of them, and it works by the outreach seconds that are left on the track. Alright? Okay. Right, the other thing, just to tell you, next to the, right at the bottom of the control panel, where the tick auto fade is on, there's a little faded out number there, and at the moment it's got 7 seconds. Now that 7 seconds can be adjusted. That is the mix value. In other words, the mix time it takes to start time from mixing from the first deck to the second deck. Okay? So it's controlling how quickly the actual slider will move from one to the other. Alright? So supposing you were doing, for instance, a love song, alright, or a series of love songs, and you wanted them to blend nicely. So you wanted to blend from one to the other, you didn't want a sharp mix, you want a nice blend mix, then you would make it so that it takes, I don't know, maybe 8 seconds to do that. Alright? So it would take 8 seconds to get from deck 1 to deck 2. Alright? Well, I can demonstrate that. I will show you. I'll do a 2-second changeover. Okay? So we'll move that track forward. I'll move the music volume up again.
With no reply, it's like that. You're just gonna walk into my room. I hate how you assume I'll take the pleasure and the pain, the sorrows in your brain, 'cause I know you're on the run.
Right, I'll just leave that towards the end, okay?
I'll take the pleasure and the pain, the sorrows in your brain.
A long blend. Now I don't know how it will work out. We'll try that. Right, we'll move that up to say 9 seconds, okay. That now, make it on the okay. We'll move that to the end. Quite nice and gentle mix there. We'll do the same again, just to show you one more time.
I don't know what you want, why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. Okay, I've been okay, yeah. I've been okay, I've been alright. I've been messing around with this girl for a minute. She just came down in the summer for a visit. We just right now in the moment, so we live it. I've been okay, I've been alright. I've been getting down with this girl for a minute. Moving.
Okay, there you go. So anyway, that basically shows you what you can do. Alright, so now I'm going to go back to the actual wait list. I call it a wait list or a now playing list, whatever you want to call it. All right. Now you can remove each of these tracks individually if you want to by just tapping on these subfolder that comes, or rather the subtext that comes up, and you can remove that from the queue. Tap that, it's gone. Again, you can do the same thing, remove from queue. But if you want to, you can remove more than one at a time. So if I tap on the track and then hold it, the top will light up. You'll see it light up orange. You see a little number 1 there, or deck 1. You tap that, it will select all the tracks. Now, if you go to the little white dots at the very top on the left deck, you can now remove from queue. It will clear the list completely. If I do the same to this one, it will pick them. Tap again, it's packed 3 tracks. Tap the little white dots, remove it from the queue. So now both queues are empty. Alright? Okay. Now supposing I'm trying to see what else I can show you. Right, okay. So right, it's a nice startup list, alright? So just to show, you can load just that list on deck 2. I'll show you that right now. So add to queue. Alright, if we go back, it's now on deck 2 only. Okay. Again, you can then pick a different album. We'll go back. Obviously I won't be able to play any on the other one because there'll be not copyright free music, but if we tap on there and we'll say go back to my folders, and it doesn't really matter what I pick really. Tap on the little orange icon there at the bottom, pick deck 1, add to queue. Okay, now if I come out of there, tap on there, it's now added them on the other side. Alright, but unfortunately I can't play any of them because they've got copyright. Okay. So that's basically how that works. Now, supposing you've got this album that you've loaded on, for instance, alright, and you think, oh yeah, that's a good album, but there are some tracks I don't want, but I would like to save them as a playlist. What you can do is you can select them, okay, take out the ones you don't want. At the moment they're all ticked, alright? Now you can move up and down that list, okay? Now you know what tracks, okay? Now if you tap on a track, it will unselect it, okay? So you've unselected that track, unselected that track, unselected that track, okay? Alright. Now you can add just the tracks you've ticked to a playlist. So you can make a new playlist, My Best Tracks. This is just for an example, obviously. Click OK. And it's now added those automatically. Alright? So if you click back, it will clear that. Click back again, it will clear that. Alright? Now if you click again, it will now go back there. You can go to your playlist. Alright? Right, My Best Tracks. Click on that. And there are your records. 16 tracks. You know, it's so versatile. This DJ system is absolutely so versatile and so easy to use. It's unbelievable. I can't say enough good things about this app. I'm absolutely overwhelmed with this app. As I say, it's got a few little issues, but the developer is sorting them out, and I'm in constant contact with him, and hopefully he's going to sort these little things out. Now, what I'm hoping, while I'm showing you here, what I'm hoping he's going to do is he's going to put the beats per minute between at the end of each track, so you can see what the beats per minute are for that particular track, so you can match up, say, dance tracks that are all the same beat per minute. That way you can get some nice mixes going. So I'm hoping he's going to do that. He has said that he's going to try and do it, but he's going to have to alter the database so that it does it when you reload your database. So you may well have to put your database back in the app again, but that's no hardship if you get that as an extra. But as I say, that's an update I'm waiting for. You know, if you've got any ideas, anything that you think would be a good idea on this, not I can think of any more things, to be honest with you. I'm trying to think what else I can show you. I mean, I did tell you about the all the hot cues and everything, so there's not a lot else I can. Okay, the only other thing I will show you, there are various ways you can use for mixing. So, for instance, if you were say, right, so if you're auto DJ or auto fade, okay, and you click play, right?
I've been okay, I've been okay, yeah. I've been okay, I've been alright. I've been messing around with this girl for a minute. She just came down in the summer for a visit. We just right now in the moment, so we live it. I've been okay, I've been alright. I've been getting down with this girl for a minute. Moving all around with this girl, gonna miss it.
All around this empty town, we're searching for the lost and found. But you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare.
But if you do that, it will not auto update the deck, alright? You've got to update it yourself. So if you want to put another track on that deck, and you know what all these tracks are in, just tap that, and the next track will be loaded on the deck, alright? Okay? Easy as that, alright? So you can mix from each deck. There's a little arrows at the top of the fade box there. So you've got the crossfader. You can even put it into the middle, so it'll play both tracks at the same time. I'll show you that again.
You let the world
and depending on the speed, you can ask it to do that. Alright. If you set it for 2 seconds, that's how long it will take to mix it.
I prayed for you and kept you near in hopes you'd chase away my fears. So, and now I'm chasing nightmares. I used to run with you through the great big things. Laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hopeful.
And you can stop both decks by pressing the play pause button. Okay. Now, these 2 arrows, left and right, if you press these, it will go through the list, as in the list, from top to bottom. It will load the next track, alright? If you press the left button, it will go back through the list. Okay? There's just so many options on this DJ system. You're going to have to play around with this for yourself to get used to it. You know, because you're going to find things that this DJ system does that you wouldn't even expect it to do. So now if I play, if I move that over to there.
Because I believe the home is just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I give you everything. Held you close by the stormy sea.
Now it loads into the other deck, so deck 1, with the next track down in the list. Okay? If you'd done it the other way, with the other arrow, it would have loaded the deck before, or the tracks before it. So just be aware of that, alright? Okay, so put that across.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain
It's now loaded the
crashing
next track.
down. All around this empty town, we're searching for the.
So it's something to be aware of. Alright. I can't think of anything else to tell you about really. I think I showed you the sampler, didn't I? Yeah. So yeah, I showed you that. It was the other one that I didn't show you. So yeah, so tap on that. On the other side, you have a sampler as well. Okay, you've got all sorts there. Police siren, on both decks, so that works out for both decks, alright? But then you have FX on each deck. So in other words, if you're playing a deck,
I'm on my own,
I'll bring
broken
that up.
alone. I feel the rain crashing down.
At the moment I've got it in
All
Bandcamp, but if I
around this
move my
empty
finger across,
town, we're searching for the lost and found. But you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air, like a blazing flare. Just stare, 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain weighs over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world.
so there are various effects on both decks. It's identical on each deck. I think that's about it really. No, I think I've covered everything. Let me have a look here. Nothing I've missed, is there? No. Yeah, if you want to delete a list, a playlist for instance, right, tonight I've got my best tracks there and tonight's startup list. Just tap that little icon, alright, go to the very bottom and it's got delete. Click on that and it should delete it. Now hold it a minute, sorry, I think it has to be on deck. No, hold on a minute. Whoa, hold on. Live on video, we appear to have a problem. Hang on a minute. Right, now I want to delete that. So what happens if I do that? Okay. Right, starts up this. It's not deleting it now. Okay, let's try another one. Right, okay, that's obviously a slight glitch. Okay, interesting. Alright, maybe I was a bit quick. Maybe I didn't give it a chance to delete, I don't know. Okay, I'm not making excuses, I'm just saying maybe I was a bit quick. But, yeah, okay, unusual. Okay, these ones where it says the 4.5 stars and all that, that was where, if you go back, I'll show you, if I go back to the wait list, okay, go back to there, you see you have the stars there, that's what they are. Okay, I believe you can add a star. Yeah, you can add your stars, how many stars you think that record's worth. So what's that, cartoon, if we say that's 4.5 stars. Sorry, 3.5 stars, okay? So we'll go back. Do you know, I've actually not tried it, but we'll have a look. So, 3.5 stars, there you go. There it is, cartoon. So yeah, that works as well. There you go. That's something I hadn't even tried, to be honest. Yeah, I've never had it do that. That's unusual, that. Not deleting a playlist properly. As I say, maybe I was just quick. It might have been because there was a lot more records in that list and I did just give it a chance to update. Yeah, okay. Right, okay, what we'll do, see what we'll do, alright, just to prove, right, okay, let's find, we'll find an album, right, okay. I'm going to add that whole album to a playlist, okay? And we'll call it Test List. Okay? Right, created it. Okay? Come out of there. Go to playlist. And you've got Test List down there. Alright, we'll just check the list is there. And there's 18 songs. Okay, so we'll just run down the list and there they are. No problem. And we'll go back. Right, now we'll try deleting the list and see what happens. Okay. As I say, maybe I was just being too quick. Run to the bottom. Click delete and hold. Yeah, now it's gone. Yeah, I think maybe you have to keep your finger on that button just a little bit longer. So that seemed to work perfectly well then. I don't know what else to tell you about this database. I already told you about the issue where it doesn't always load the artwork. Again, that's something I already told the guy who did this bit of software, the developer, and he's working on it. All right, but that's not something that's going to stop you using the software. All right. Okay. Right. Well, I think that's about it, really. If you've got any questions, or you're not sure about something, you'd like me to show you again, or in more depth, then please leave a comment below, or send me an email. All right. And I'll answer your questions. And if necessary, I'll do another video to show you that more in depth. Okay. No, I can't think of anything else that I can show you on this really. I think I've gone through everything that I know of anyway. Alright. Right, the next video that comes up, the third video in this series, I'm going to be showing you this being used at a live gig. Alright. Well, in a live situation, okay. I actually built a system, and nobody's seen it yet. This is a first of a kind. It's the only one of its type. It's a complete all-in-one system which I hand built myself, and this app works with it absolutely perfectly. But I shall show you that in part 3. Alright, but for now I think that about does it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed this video and it's been informative to you. Please drop a like at the bottom, and if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel for more videos. So that's about it from me. Take care, have a nice day. Goodbye.